Hey guys, and welcome back. It is Jaff Master Flash. How are you all doing? Welcome to Austria. So, a long time ago, feels like a long time ago, October feels like a lifetime ago, in fact, was the last time we did the McLaren career mode. So I thought I'd pick it back up, and the next race was Austria. So, welcome to it. Been trying hard to improve, get better, get quicker, get faster, and try as I might, it's proven a lot more difficult to become faster. Although I felt as if the last two races I've raced, Baku in my team and now Austria in the McLaren career mode, I feel as if I am getting a little bit better. And that's all I'm going to say on it. Decision making is a little bit better, even though there were a few salty overtakes that happened. I'm not going to lie, just had to send it. Got jumped from the start. You guys will see it all coming up. But yeah, speed is key in F1. Like milliseconds mean a lot of difference. Going into my last run in the qualifier, I was 51 thousandths down in P2 against Bottas, and I managed to get in front of him by a tenth. And that's it. You know, when you're dealing with tenths of seconds, tenths can mean a big difference in F1. And it's all about finding those extra tenths. But Austria is one of those circuits that you can go extremely fast. There's very little cornering. I think there's 13, 14 corners tops, and you can really lean on the car. However, when I say lean on the car, I leant a little bit too much. I think it was the end of lap 15 and almost lost it completely. But that's coming up for you guys to see. But yeah, I was really happy with how qualifying went. I didn't think I was going to improve my time, but I managed to improve it by 4 tenths in the end. But still, Bottas was only a tenth behind me, and yeah, I are really pushing me, especially when I increased this to 107. They were all over me, and I couldn't believe that I got jumped so badly off the start. It's probably the worst start I've had, and I'm normally pretty good. Starting is probably the best part of my race, in all fairness. But yeah, like I said, it was a long time since I did the McLaren career mode, and really enjoy it. Just finding the love again. I mean, I always enjoy F1 races, I really do. I know a lot of people don't like certain tracks like Monaco, Baku, Canada. There's not a track that I hate. I dislike a few tracks, but I'm enjoying it again, and that's the main thing. The most difficult thing around here, because it's such a short track, such a short lap, is to get the heat into the tyres. Brakes are no problem, because I mean you can speed up and just slam the anchors on, but it's getting the surface temperature of the tyres warm, and the fact is that the AI seems to be able to switch their tyres on as and when needed, and you know, it's not always the same. I had issues with the control electronics as well going into the race. This is the 11th race of the season, and I had already used the two control electronics that you were issued. So Silverstone is coming next, and unfortunately I'm going to be starting at the back of the grid, because by the end of this race I needed a new turbocharger, new control electronics. As you'll see, if you keep an eye to the bottom right, you'd see me scrolling through to check on various different aspects of the car, the engine, the tyres, etc., and you'll see just how badly damaged or worn that they all are. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but Silverstone is one of those circuits that you can really make good inroads if you're quick enough, and I'm quite confident that going into Silverstone, starting at the back of the grid, shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'm not saying that I'm going to finish P1, probably not. Top 10 finish would be ideal, especially starting back of the grid and knowing how quick the AI can be around there. 5 lights, we're away. The first stage of the start felt really, really good, but then the second stage, I don't know what happened. I don't know whether I got bogged down or I didn't get enough boost from the ERS. I just seemed to get swamped. Perez came from what felt like miles behind me and went up the inside, and Bottas just took off. But as quick as I can, I need to get past Perez. As you can see, Bottas is already 1.4 in front, and Hamilton is trying to get me as quick as he can as well. Hamilton is by far the best AI racer. When you are within 1.5 seconds, it's as if he gets a full tank of ERS, almost on every corner that happens, and yeah, it's really difficult to catch them when they're gone. I mean, Bottas is now 2 seconds, Perez is nearly a second, so he's already almost out of DRS range, which is not good. So I need to keep in touch with Perez, and that's how quick a lap is. 1 lap is done already, but I'm managing to hold on to Perez and just biding my time, waiting for the DRS to be enabled. But unfortunately, whilst I'm stuck behind Perez, Bottas is just pulling out a further gap, and he's now he is 2 seconds, so 2 laps down, or a lap and a bit down, and he's already at the 2 second gap, and it's really difficult to pull him back. It is really difficult to pull him back because, as I said, within 1.5 seconds of the car in front, they just deploy their ERS, and it seems that they have got endless amounts of it, whereas I've got a damaged energy store as well as a control electronics, and when that is damaged, your ERS depletes a lot quicker than anybody else's, and it doesn't recharge as quick either. So end of lap 3, the DRS is now enabled, so that means I'm going to get DRS on Perez, but he's also going to use his ERS as well to try and stay that far in front. Bottas is now at 2.2 and 2.4, and the longer I stay behind Perez, the worse it's going to get for me. So I just need to get past him as quick as possible, and unfortunately, here comes a bit of a salty overtake as I absolutely send it against Perez. That's completely my fault. It's probably the worst overtake that I've ever done. But saying that, I'm now going to leave you with the rest of the race. You guys, let me know what you think of this down in the comments below. If you want to see more of the McLaren career mode, I will be happily to oblige. And yeah, I hope you guys, wherever you are in the world today, are all good. I really, really do. Take care wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!
Gap to teammate behind is 3.8 seconds. Bottas ahead. Gap to car in front is 2.2 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The time last lap was a 1:6.7. You're gaining by 1/10 a lap. We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums. Okay, we have an issue with the control electronics box. That's going to do additional damage to all other power unit components. Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now. Box, box, we're coming in this lap. We're slowly gaining on the car in front. Try to keep this momentum. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. Lando is coming in for his stop. Go now. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Some information on Vettel. They have an issue with their car. They're going to be slow. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. The turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. This is your final lap of the race. We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon. Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty. Caution, caution. The track is clear. Green flag. Great job, you've done everything we wanted today.
A beautiful performance from McLaren today. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Our winning drivers are on their way to the podium right now. It's been a fantastic race for McLaren, that's for sure, and no doubt they'll be celebrating tonight. Let's see what effect this result has had on the drivers' standings. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
But it's absolutely got to be Alexander Albon, no hesitation. He put in a performance today that's only going to build further upon his already growing reputation. It's got to be Valtteri Bottas, a commanding performance that I think had the audience's eyes glued to him for the majority of the race. All respect to the fans' choice, they fully deserve it, but I just feel that my pick had a little more on their plate, so their ability to keep a cool head and come through for such a strong finish made the difference, at least in my opinion.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action. I can't wait to see what's next.